Hello, and welcome to the Nevada Public Library's Global Explorers program. Today, we are talking about the same people group located primarily in Botswana. And today's reading book is Ostrich and Lark. Ostrich and Lark by Marilyn Nelson. Ostrich and Lark started each morning together, at first light, day in and day out. And they parted at nightfall. Every day they nibbled an ongoing meal, a few seeds here, a few seeds there, for ostrich the occasional lizard. All day the sun glared out of cloudless blue. Every day, all day, over the cicadas' drone, a drizzle of buzzings fell, and a downpour of birdsong. Hornbill, bee-eater, hoopoe, diederik, mousebird, whydah, canary, from gray light come to last light gone, the fancy-dressed suitors of the veld warbled their rain-shower jazz. But ostrich was silent. Lark sang the first song of the day, perched tall, slender, and tawny brown on a termite castle or a low branch of a camel-thorn tree. But ostrich was silent. When Lark sang, he flickered his wings and his white throat feathers trembled. All day Lark sang, standing still or flitting, his open wings vermilion-spangled. But ostrich was silent. At dusk, Lark sought his hidden nest on the ground. Ostrich sat down under an acacia tree and tucked his head under one of his black and white wings. Sometimes he dreamed of flying. Sometimes he dreamed of singing the sky full of stars. Sometimes he dreamed of the green season, drinking hot water and drinking and drinking. At first light, Lark called, and together they started their day. One evening, as the great red sun sank toward the tree-spiked horizon and the birds swooped to their nests, as the plant-eaters gathered at full alert and the meat-eaters woke to prowl, as the gates of night opened to the dark, ostrich fluttered his billowy wings. He stretched his graceful neck, closed his eyes, and twoo-woo-woot! Ostrich found his voice, a voice part lion's roar, part foghorn, part old man trumpeting into his handkerchief. Ostrich was booming, which is what ostriches do. The veld fell silent. And ostrich boomed like thunderheads on the horizon. Ostrich boomed like the rainstorm that ends the dusty months of thirst. Ostrich boomed like the promise of jubilant green, like the promise of birth. Ostrich boomed Lark right off its perch. Lark flew up to an ostrich-high branch and looked at his friend with a big wow in his eyes. Ostrich had found his voice at last, his own beauty, his big, terrific self. And now it's time for our 5 facts, giving you just a little bit of basic information on the same people group and Botswana. Fact number 1. Botswana is located in the southern part of Africa and is 224,610 square miles large. That's a little bit smaller than the state of Texas. Its border with Namibia, Zimbabwe, and Zambia is the only place in the world where 4 countries share a border. Number 2. Multiple languages in southern Africa use clicking consonants. These are letters and words that are used made with clicking sounds. American English has a couple of words influenced by this characteristic. You might hear one when someone expresses disappointment by saying tisk tisk. Fact number 3. The same people were some of the first, if not the first, inhabitants of the areas of Botswana thousands of years ago. This information comes in part from the paintings these people create. Number 4. The 1980 comedy film The Gods Must Be Crazy depicts the same people, who become confused when a Coke bottle falls from an airplane and lands near one of their villages. While the same people have and still keep to themselves more than other people groups, they are not as unaware of the rest of the world as the movie shows. And finally, today less than 10,000 sane people remain. Their hunter-gatherer lifestyle has been the victim of more modern waves of life expanding into their territory. And now it's time for our craft. As I mentioned earlier, and as demonstrated in our story, one of the ways we know about the same people group is by the paintings and drawings that they've created. And so today, we're going to do our own drawings. And as a substitute for the natural rocky surface that the same people used, we're going to use a paper bag, but not just a flat one. To get the rough surface, we're going to crumble it up. And after we unfold it, while it's obviously not the same as drawing on rocks outside, it does give us the spirit of having to draw on whatever surface is available, even if it's not smooth. Whenever you're ready, we'll draw 2 to 3 pictures that represent you, so that whoever sees it will have some indication of what you are like. Perhaps they could tell a story, like 2 to 3 pictures of you doing different things at the park. Or, for myself, I'm simply going to draw 3 things that I really enjoy. And the first is going to be a book, because I really like books, and books are very important to me, especially being a librarian. And the second thing I'm going to draw is a baseball, because I really, really enjoy watching baseball, especially the Kansas City Royals, whenever they're winning. Now, it's important to note on the drawings that we know we have other sources of what the same people were like thousands of years ago, not just their drawings. We also have genetics that we can learn things about them. And then, of course, also the same people who are still alive tell us about their culture and their history and what that is like. And then the last thing I'm going to draw is my favorite food, which is cheese, because cheese can go with pretty much anything. You can add it to almost any type of food to make it better. And so not only does cheese taste great, but it goes along with pretty much anything else. And so there we are for today. I tried to use bright colors so that they would show up, but I'm not sure that they're going to show up on the camera too well. But when you are done, you have your very own paintings to illustrate who you are. That's all we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you again next time.